Welcome to Revelstoke, British Columbia, home of Selkirk Tangiers helicopter skiing. Prior to your first day of helicopter skiing with Selkirk Tangiers, your guide will introduce you to the fundamentals of avalanche awareness, mountain safety, and helicopter procedures. It will also discuss heli skiing and heli boarding tips and techniques to make your experience safer and more enjoyable. The key components to backcountry avalanche safety training include proper transceiver handling and operation, individual and group search practices, and proper probing and shoveling techniques.
Right there, right here.
One of the potential hazards of heli skiing is being caught in an avalanche. The first thing you want to do if you're being caught in an avalanche is to draw attention to yourself by yelling "avalanche" as loud as you can. The second thing you want to do is try to ski away from the avalanche. You accomplish this by picking up a lot of speed and skiing away at a 45-degree angle. If you find that you are caught in the avalanche and you're no longer in control of the situation, your next priority is to discard your ski poles and remove your skis and snowboard from your feet if you can. Once you've discarded your ski equipment, your next priority is to stay on top of the avalanche by using strong swimming motions while keeping your feet downhill. As the avalanche is slowing down and is about to stop, your priority is to get your hands and forearms in front of your face to create an air pocket. Once the avalanche comes to a stop, do not struggle. Be assured that the group is going to come and find you.
During the backcountry safety orientation, your guide will lay out the contents of the guest pack, demonstrate the assembly of those contents, and instruct on the use of the equipment contained within the guest pack. All guest packs contain a shovel, probe, and some contain a handheld two-way radio. Your guide will outline the importance of skiing with a partner and the necessity of having one guest pack present for each pair of skiers. Additional emergency gear can be found in the guide's pack, the helicopter, and rescue caches. Each guest will receive an avalanche rescue reference card that they will carry with them at all times. Please ensure that you familiarize yourself with the card, as it will assist you in emergency rescue protocol.
If you are caught in an avalanche and you're wearing a Snowpulse avalanche airbag system or other avalanche flotation device, the time to deploy it is when you're attempting to ski away from the avalanche. The avalanche flotation device is designed to give you added buoyancy and reduce the likelihood of being fully buried in an avalanche. Once you have deployed the avalanche flotation device and you are unable to ski away from the avalanche, use strong swinging motions to stay on top of the snow. As the avalanche begins to slow, you want to fight to stay on the surface. Bring your hands and forearms in front of your face, creating an air pocket. Once you come to a complete stop, remain calm. Don't struggle, and entrust that your group is going to find you.
All right, we got a full deck of cards here. We got everybody. All the names been crossed off.
Yeah, great guys. So give me an update with the injuries, and I'll just call this into base.
At Selkirk Tangiers, we operate both the Bell 205 and A-Star helicopters. Your briefing will cover the specifics of the helicopter designated to your group. Your pilot will explain the dangers of the main rotor and the tail rotor. He will demonstrate how to walk safely around the front of the helicopter. Proper handling of skis, poles, snowboards, and packs around the helicopter will also be explained. Your pilot will demonstrate proper technique for opening and closing the door and how to enter and exit the helicopter safely. You will be explained all of the emergency procedures, the location of emergency exits, fire extinguishers, first aid kit, and emergency locator transmitter. Your pilot and guide will also discuss how to form a safe heli huddle outside of the helicopter during takeoff and landings. They will also discuss a variety of landing scenarios. Uphill slopes, cornices, and steep drop-offs are all common hazards during takeoff and landings. Remember to always approach the helicopter slowly and in control, and to always stop where the guide stops, outside of the rotor disc area.
At Selkirk Tangiers, safety at all levels, be it for avalanches, flying in helicopters, tree wells, or other mountain risks, we try to minimize those risks and educate the guests so they're aware of them at all times. The key thing to having a diverse guiding group is to have a group that's well versed in different aspects of the guiding environment. Some of our guides are summer guides, mountain guides, others specialize in rescues. So having that diversity when they come in and we can feed off of each other's knowledge and background and expertise.
All Selkirk Tangiers ski guides are certified by either the Association of Canadian Mountain Guides and or the International Federation of Mountain Guides Association.
When we're out heli skiing in the wilderness, the conditions and environment around us are changing. The guides will adapt to different runs and different terrain and give you different instructions. So make sure you listen to the guide for those changing instructions. And if you don't feel the instructions are clear, just ask for clarification. Yeah, I think when we land up high on the glaciers, a lot of times guests are at awe with the scenery. Some of the hazards in the alpine when we land up high is not walking away too far from the helicopter, because there might be cornices or cliffs away from the landing. And the biggest hazard when we're skiing is crevasses. The crevasses are usually covered with a bridge of snow, but that's not always as obvious to the unexperienced skier, and you really need to listen to the guide and follow his instructions. And that means when the guide stops, stop above the guide, or if the guide sets out on a traverse, you follow in the guide's traverse and not design your own traverse.
While glacier skiing, it is important to stop immediately if you see a suspicious hole, depression, or gap below you.
When skiing with a guide, whether you're on the glaciers or in the trees, a few key points are important to follow. First of all, never go below your guide. Your guide may stop on the edge of a cliff or a crevasse on a glacier or another type of hazard. Even one turn below your guide can often be into dangerous situations. Sometimes your guide may ask you to spread out or even ski one at a time, depending on the slope angle and the conditions. As a minimum rule, we want to see 5 or 6 turns in between each skier or rider. If your guide wants more space, they'll let you know at the regroup. While following your guide's track, always ensure you're close by. Your guide will often set the center line, which means you can ski on the right or the left side of his track, but always stay close. We generally stay within 1 meter of the tracks you're following. We want you to get fresh powder, but do stay close so that we avoid hazards to the sides. Always stop in control above your guide. Slow down when you come into the regroup so you don't fall over and hit people and injure each other at the regroup. Selkirk Tangiers is world renowned for excellent tree skiing. When we're skiing in the forest, there's a few hazards and safety precautions you need to be aware of. In the forest, make sure you're always following your guide's tracks. Always know which side of the tracks you're following, so that if you get separated from the tracks, you know which way to traverse back to find them. Always make sure you ski with a partner. You should always be able to see and or hear your partner in case one of you gets in trouble. When you're skiing in the forest, aim at the gaps. Look at the spaces between the trees, and that's where you'll end up skiing. Never ski with your pole straps. If you have your straps on your wrists and you catch your pole in a tree, it can dislocate your shoulder very easily. Also, in avalanches, they'll pull you under like an anchor.
Always listen for your guide while skiing in the trees. Your guide will often make noise to help you find the regroup. If you are separated or lost from your group and guide, it is important to remain where you are. Be assured that the guides will come and locate you.
One of the main hazards in the trees is tree wells. If you fall into a tree well, hopefully your partner is nearby to help. The first thing you want to do if you go into a tree well is not thrash around. You want to stay calm, maybe hang on to the branches to prevent yourself going in any further. Sometimes you'll find yourself head first in a tree well. You really want to not struggle. Try to cover your mouth with your jacket or a scarf so you're not breathing in the powder. Hang on to the branches so you don't go any deeper, and just remain calm. Your partner will be there to help you. Your partner should go to the downhill side of the tree and excavate the snow from the downhill side to pull you out. If you find yourself falling down in the deep snow, it can be very difficult to get up. The first thing you want to do is get your skis below you. Your partner can actually also help you swing your skis down below to get you set up. The next thing you want to do is make a cross with your poles and use that to push off of the deep snow. That way you have purchase in the snow instead of just pushing your hand deeper into the snow, which gives you no traction. One common thing to happen out in the backcountry here is to lose a ski in the deep snow. Using your pole to push down and look for the ski does not work that well. A much better option is to use the tail of your other ski in a slicing motion in the snow. Selkirk Tangiers has great terrain for both skiers and boarders. If you're on a snowboard, there's a few tricks to help you out. Any flat sections or depressions can be very difficult if you lose your momentum. Try to plan ahead, read the terrain as you come up to it, and keep your speed in those flat sections. Once the trail is broken by all the skiers, then it's much easier to slide across on your board.
While snowboarding, avoid sitting or falling into the deep snow to rest, as it can be very difficult to get up. Others in the group can assist snowboarders by helping them up or offering them a pole across the flats. During your heli ski vacation, we ask that you direct any specific safety question or concern you may have to your guide. Please remember that you are skiing in the remote wilderness. Work as a team, ski and ride with care, assist your group, and take responsibility for yourself and one another. Our goal at Selkirk Tangiers is to ensure that your heli ski experience is as safe and as enjoyable as possible.